HuK missed a crucial position right there, but he could have really used those stalkers to solidify his position and maybe even deny this command, this orbital command. All it would have taken was another set of stalkers, which he had ready back here to again reinforce that position. But you know, sometimes you slip up, and you can't do anything about it. But in that point of reference, I think it was really crucial for HuK to do that. Super saturated actual expansion. HuK is planning on going for a third base as well, and chrono boosting all of his warp gates, and even an immortal as well, and getting that Twilight Council for not sure what yet. Blink. It's going to be a blink upgrade. Gets more maneuverability and increase the life duration of stalkers. If you blink around while you're getting attacked, then the player will automatically reinforce and try to get someone else. Oh, a battle is coming right here. Can these stalkers hold this off? I think they will, alongside those probes. Stalkers against Marines and Marauders is not the best thing to do. Definitely need some Zealots to come in and soften up that blow, but HuK doing a good job taking out those medevacs. There's no escape for these units right now, and HuK does have a slow-moving Zealot army. There is no charge on the way. There's no blink either to try and catch up with these guys, so Softball is going to make whatever he can work out of the rest of these units right here, and sliced up right there. But the Terran player got a good amount of units right there. It looks like HuK has actually had more resources lost than Softball has, and going for another dual prong attack. See, this is what I think Softball should have been doing last game. Completely dancing around the Protoss player, making a move, making the Protoss player work for the map control that he seeks so badly. That's what I want to see from Softball. And you see how effectively that worked? He was able to kill tons of probes. He was able to deny this expansion. If there was a Nexus coming up here, he would have been able to take it down, killed a couple of pylons. And at the same time, it's always just good to have map control, see what your player's going, see what he's doing, have as many eyes on the map as you can. So yeah, back to what I was saying about blink. If you are in a straight line and you're fighting Marauders or Roaches or something, if you blink back each individual stalker when they're getting injured, then the other stalker will go and take damage while the stalker that you just blinked will be able to chill, maybe regenerate some of its shield. So in essence, you are actually gaining more life for your stalker. In theory, that's how it works, and it seems to play out that way too. So I definitely recommend, if you get blinked, don't just blink all of your stalkers out in one direction, in one clump, but try to individually move them in a battle. And also, if you ever notice that your stalkers get stuck on a cliff like this, you can actually shift command to have them move, and then shift down to B. So it's shift move, shift B, and then all of your stalkers will move once they get to this position here, so you won't have any going back. Like if you're trying to retreat from an enemy's base, it's also very useful. Here comes Softball right now, moving in this position, and HuK is definitely preparing for himself. The Terran player has scanned. That is the signal that he is looking to attack right now. A lot of Zealots for HuK, so that's a pretty meaty shield right here, but does he have enough manpower to take out this Bio Ball? With good micro, these Zealots are really not going to be that useful, but they will have charge, so that will definitely up their usefulness. And this battle right here, what is HuK going to be doing? Is he going to be encroaching on the Terran position? I think he is. HuK is like, whatever, man, I don't want to wait for you. I'm just going to go and make my own battle. That's what I like to see, making things happen. He's going to take on this little patrol force too. Softball getting ready for a dual prong attack, but HuK, with his aggression, is definitely paying off right now. And here comes the Bio Ball from the back. Let's see what's going to happen here. A couple of Zealots morphing in right now, but the rest of the Zealots are in the back position. HuK blinking up here, trying to get those Marauders as much as he can. With those Immortals, though, Softball's not going to be able to do enough. He really needs some Ghosts. He really needs some other unit right now, and those medevacs are going down for sure. Softball is just getting destroyed right here with those Immortals, with those Zealots, now reinforcing this position. There's little that he can do. I don't understand why he's not getting anything. No Ghosts, nothing. He's just getting medevacs, Marauders, and Marines. Against Immortals, I feel like you should realize as a Terran player, Immortals or Ghosts will just destroy Immortals. They don't have the benefit of their shield anymore. They'll be taking full damage from those Marauders, plus they'll be taking 20 damage per hit. 10 hits and that Immortal is toast. With some stim, it's like an instant one-shot with the attack of Marauders. And HuK moving back right now. There's no natural for Softball, but he does have one remaining base right here with Planetary Fortress. Is HuK just going to be able to go and move out this position? Oh, the Observer does get spotted out But I think HuK right now is in a terrific position. His army size is enormous, immense, compared to Softball's. Softball looks like he's going for a drop. HuK is going to be trying to take this out, but Softball actually moving his medevac back. A lot of stalkers actually were there to defend against that, just in case. So HuK, ever the good player, was actually having some static defense in case a drop came. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. PVT. I would have expected something more from Softball, noting that he lost with a bio-ball technique against Colossus this time. I'm not sure why he didn't try and do something different. Bio-ball is good and all, and it works great in 2v2. And it can work well in 1v1, but in conjunction with other units. I'm very surprised that Softball didn't get anything else. He was doing some good maneuvering around the map, which was good. If he really wanted to make the strategy work, he should have been doing it more, in my opinion. Taking a look at the APM, his APM should have been where HuK's is right now, if you wanted to get away with this bio-ball strategy and win, because you really need to have a lot of maneuverability around the map. Use those medevacs, but really, Softball, I would have expected more. He was just getting tons of barracks and just pumping out units from that. He wasn't even out-macroing the Protoss player. HuK, on the other hand, also had a pretty basic strategy, but he was doing what was working. Immortals are great against almost every single Terran ground unit, and to counter that, you really need Ghosts. I know once I see Ghost coming in from the Terran player, I start going later on the Immortals, because one EMP will wreck 3 Immortals. They tend to clump up when they fight, so you really need to micro well if you're going to try to avoid EMPs. But then again, Ghosts have a couple of EMPs anyway, so that's what I would have liked to see. HuK doing a great job. Both games getting expansions at the right time, always outproducing the Terran player and actually preparing for some High Templar as well. And I like that HuK had these Stalkers back here, and also used that Observer to see what he should be waiting for. Right after he got that Observer, he went straight for a 4-gate. And I'm not sure why he didn't want to go Colossus this time around, but maybe he was worried about Viking harass from the cliff right here. But he didn't. He went Immortals, and then worked well for him still. So, yeah, that is it, guys. That is it for this set. HuK has won 2-0. We will be throwing some more games up here for you guys, and by we, I mean me, because this is really a one-man operation. Thank you guys so much. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Please give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, but really I would prefer a thumbs up. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the next episode of Maze Esports. Signing out.